This piano tutorial series will demonstrate highly effective practice methods for the development of your finger technique. In addition to being a tremendous warm-up exercise, practicing double thirds is beneficial for finger independence and coordination. For example, we want to enable the double notes of the thirds to be played exactly together with precision, not one note sounding slightly ahead of the other. These lessons will also focus on the volume of both notes that are being played. In many musical passages, for instance, you'll want the upper note to sound louder than the lower note, or the expressiveness of a passage needs a crescendo or a diminuendo. This finger control is very important and clearly desirable for your playing. The exercise will incorporate wrist movements. Each pattern or phrase will begin with a down wrist and end with an up wrist. This is important because it ensures relaxation of your hands, wrist, and arms. So enjoy the results as we begin 5 piano technique exercises for double thirds, number 1. We will begin by checking our hand position. Place your right hand thumb on C above middle C. You'll want your wrist to be tall, not caved in or overly lowered. You don't want that. Keep your wrist tall. Keep your knuckles tall, not at all caved in. You want to keep your hand tall. Your fingers should remain curved, not flat, and not caved in. In other words, you don't want this joint to cave in right there. Keep your fingers strong and rounded. It's very important that the 5th finger, the outside of your hand, remains tall at all times. Don't let the outside of your hand collapse like that. Now that you have your hand position established, keep your fingers resting on the keys and move your wrist up and down, up into an up position and then slightly lowered position for the down. Your upward movement will lead with your hand following the wrist, not with your hand and wrist level. You don't want that. Or with your wrist following your hand. You don't want that. You want your wrist to lead up. The lowered movement will be a gentle drop onto your curved fingers with your wrist following your fingers. Not like this with your hand and wrist level, and not like this with your hand following your wrist. Every sequence is one phrase. Each sequence or phrase will begin with a down wrist, and each phrase will end with an up wrist movement. I will demonstrate by playing at a moderate tempo, but please feel free to play slower if you feel more comfortable. Speed is not the main goal here. The main goals are precision and coordination development. So let's begin. We'll begin with a down wrist. Up wrist, down wrist. There's our pattern. Check your 5th finger. Be sure that it's tall and strong. That outside of your hand needs to stay tall. Check every finger. Be sure it's curved. Here comes the turnaround. We're on the 3rd line. Keep your knuckles tall. Don't let anything cave in. Stay relaxed. Be sure that the 2 notes being played are sounding at precisely the same time. Up wrist, down wrist. Here's our closing. Great work for the right hand. Now let's continue with the left hand. We'll begin by checking our hand position. Place your left hand 5th finger on C below middle C. You'll want your wrist to be tall, not caved in or overly lowered. You don't want that. Keep your knuckles tall, not at all caved in. You don't want that. You want tall, rounded knuckles. Your fingers should remain curved, not flat, and not caved in. You don't want this joint caving in right there. Keep your fingers curved. That allows for the most strength and control. It's very important that your fifth finger, the outside of your hand, remains tall at all times. Do not let the outside of your hand collapse like this. Now that you have your hand position established, let's keep your fingers resting on the keys and move your wrist up into an up position and down into a slightly lowered position. Do this several times. Your upward movement will lead with your hand following the wrist. Not like this with your hand and wrist level, or like this with your wrist following your hand. It'll be with your wrist leading. The lowered movement will be a gentle drop onto your curved fingers with your wrist following your fingers. Not like this with your hand and wrist level, or like this with your hand following your wrist. I'll again be playing at a moderate tempo, so please feel free to play slower if you're more comfortable. So let's begin. We'll start with a down wrist. Up wrist, down wrist. Up, down. Check the outside of your hand, your fifth finger, to be sure that it remains tall. We're on the second line. Be sure all fingers are curved. Nothing's caving in or flat. Here's the turnaround. Up wrist, down wrist, third line. Be sure that all notes are playing at the same time. This trains your precision. Up wrist, down wrist. Tall hand. And here's your final ending. Great job! If you're interested in an additional challenge, let's return to the right hand and play the exact same exercise in the key of C sharp major. Just add a sharp sign in front of every note. All notes are sharped, and you'll be playing in the key of C sharp. You will advance your technique even further. Always check your hand position. We're going to place our thumb on C sharp. We have D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. Move your wrist a little bit to get used to the up wrist and the down wrist. Everything will apply that we've previously done. Check your tall wrist, knuckles, rounded fingers. We'll begin with our down wrist. Up wrist, down wrist. Be sure all notes are playing at the same time. Keep your fifth finger, that outside of your hand, tall and strong. Up wrist, down wrist. Keep every finger curved and strong. Here's the turnaround. We're on the third line now. Up wrist, down wrist. Stay relaxed. Again, check your fifth finger. Be sure it's curved. Fantastic. As always, first we want to check our hand position. So we have our fifth finger on the C sharp and E sharp below middle C. Remember, every note has a sharp sign in front of it. We're going to use the same up-down wrist motions, and we want to make sure our wrist is tall, knuckles are tall, and fingers are curved, not caved in like that. Keep it tall and rounded. Starting with a down wrist, here we go. Up wrist, down wrist. Up wrist, down wrist. Second line. Be sure all notes play at the same time. Up wrist, down wrist. Check your fifth finger. Be sure it's still tall. Here's the turnaround. Third line. Check every finger. Be sure that everything is curved. Keep all notes playing at precisely the same time. Keep your hand tall. And here's your closing. Wonderful. Continued practice on this lesson will noticeably further your finger technique. Congratulations on today's progress. And thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe so you receive the latest teaching, training, and performance videos.